Hello, everyone. Welcome to GNU According to CD. That is Government of National Unity. How people. Wait a minute. I know since, I don't know, I've taken a disinterest in ministers and stuff like that. Once upon a time, I knew every minister in South Africa by name and what their portfolio were or responsibilities. And I think somewhere around 2009, because of the way things were starting to look in South Africa, I became disinterested, including the 2024 general elections or post general elections. Even though we have a government of national unity, the only ministers that stand out to me are the ministers that are working. The only. And of course, you already know who they are. But guys, why nobody told me that Angie Motshekga is the Minister of Defense? Aibo, from education to defense. Hey, ANC, ngeke bafethu to know. Wasn't she like a primary school teacher once upon in her life? Okay, anyways, let's go on with this. So, guys, in case you have or you were living under a rock, so South Africa is hosting Africa Aerospace Exhibition Trade for the sixth time.
Please stand for the arrival of the Commander-in-Chief of the South African National Defence Force, His Excellency President MC Ramaphosa.
Respect all expressions of faith that are with us on parade. From the Holy Book we read, there are different abilities to perform service, but the same God gives ability to all for their particular service.
Visitors from more than 100 countries to meet and to interact with more than 500 exhibitors from more than 30 countries. It brings defense agencies and defense industry together to reflect on the evolution of security and how they must each adapt to the requirements of the moment and indeed of the future.
Ladies and gentlemen, approaching from west to east are the Pilatus Astra aircraft.
I think the last one was in 2002 or something like that. And the world is in South Africa as of today. And of course, our president, Cyril Ramaphosa, has gone through the Africa Aerospace Exhibition in Waterkloof Airspace. If you don't know anything about Waterkloof, besides the Guptas back in the day, I think in 2011, when they were not supposed to have landed there and they did, that is one of South Africa's military strategic base. This is where the president's plane lands, and this is where. Well, anyways, I don't have to give you all the shebangs of our military strategy. So, anyways, this is where this exhibition is being held, and apparently there are over 30,000 delegations from today until Friday. It's all business and security and business stuff that is going to be taking place if you are in the whole defense entrepreneur interest, as well as I was hoping to see SpaceX. I know that Ramaphosa is having a conversation with Elon Musk about I don't know, returning to South Africa, or investing in South Africa, or whatever the conversation is about. And I've seen the so-called Pan-Africanists having an issue with that. I don't understand. Anyways, that's besides the point. The point here is South Africa is hosting this aerospace exhibition, but it also comes at a very interesting time, especially it being held here in South Africa for the sixth time, considering that the United Nations Security Council is about to add two permanent seats. And those two permanent seats are going to be coming from where? Africa. And I am looking at some of the equipment, defense equipment that South Africa seems to be displaying. I know this is Africa Aerospace, so I'm thinking other African countries as well may have brought in their own show offs on this particular exhibition. And it kind of like tells a story from where I am standing as to why the United Nations must not only have the two permanent seats for African countries, but they must also have a veto power in that. Because you know what? Being part and parcel of the Security Council, just members, it's not enough. We got to get the power too. If South Africa raises its hand and says no, that must veto everything else that everyone else is trying to think about in that United Nations type of situation. So I am thinking maybe this is also to show strength to the global community or international community that Africa is also capable. Because if you look at South Africa in particular, we've got a couple of missions, like military missions on the African continent. I understand we are in CAR, which is Central African Republic. We are somewhere in the DRC as well. There are other missions elsewhere, I believe, on the African continent, which of course tells a story about why South Africa should be one of the two African countries to be permanent members of the United Nations Security Council. It's a whole shebang, guys. I don't know, because on Saturday there is going to be an air show. Basically, South Africa and other African countries with their own aeroplanes or aerospace equipment. They'll be demonstrating, and then everybody will be hoo-howed and having picnic at the same time, interacting with international delegates that are here. If you are an entrepreneur, meaning like you're an innovator in the aerospace field. I mean, I'm an FGig, so of course, and I think I'm gonna have to shift some few things so that I can make it to Pretoria. So that I can also check out some few airplanes, because I also enjoy military planes. I love planes, just let's put it that way. Anything that flies, I'm interested in. So I'm thinking, because I got some things that I need to do this weekend. So I'm thinking maybe I should shift some few things and get myself to Pretoria this weekend. I know there's going to be some screenings that are going to be taking place, meaning like security screenings, of course, because you know why? You are going to South Africa's military base, which is also a military strategy, also a national key point type of situation. So, of course, we have to be careful there. And I agree, if you have to freeze me, do so that I can be able to see some nice aeroplanes in there. I see some really, really amazing. There's one that I kept looking at. I'm not even sure whether it's a submarine, it's a plane, whatever it is. It's going to be interesting to have a look at on Saturday. So if you are interested in this type of situations, you can get yourself there. So for me, the underscore of this exhibition is also aimed at the United Nations, and basically to show them that, listen, Africa is capable too. We are capable. We have missions in Africa. We have missions elsewhere as well in the world. And we got the equipment to be a powerhouse when it comes to defense. That is what I am picking up on this particular exhibition. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section. Will you be going to the air show on Saturday? Or are you just going to continue doing whatever you need to do? Because I think every citizen must bother themselves about the workings of the defense. You don't have to know the secrets or the secrets of our defense, but at least inform yourself about if ever there should be something that might happen, to how safe are we? I know we got three submarines, but South Africa is not a country that is interested in war. I think we always take the position of neutrality in a space where there are wars that are taking place. We just don't want to. We're almost like Geneva type of situation. Is it Geneva, Sweden, Switzerland, whatever? Somewhere there. We always take that position as South Africans, and I like that position. It doesn't mean that we are cowards or we don't want to take sides. No, 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 no. There must always be a voice of reason anywhere in the world, and we would like to be that voice of reason. Not only a voice of reason, but a pedestal for human rights as well. This is a position we've been holding since 1994, anyways. So nobody can dethrone us. So I was looking a little bit closer, and I'm thinking, has this exhibition ever held? You know where? Green, white, and green. Oh, they are going to be throwing shade at us because South Africa just keeps winning. South Africa keeps winning, guys. We just keep winning. And oh my goodness, the day that the United Nations Security Council appoints South Africa on the permanent seat, and they would not. Oh, it's not gonna end between us. I don't think so. They're gonna say they robbed us. Hey, they robbed us. South Africans are lazy. Hey, and yet we keep winning. And I'll continue to say this: South Africa is God's country. I'm telling you, you can never take that away from us. Call us every name in the book. We are God's people. Yeah, that's it. So I don't know, guys. What are your thoughts about the Africa Aerospace exhibition that is taking place right now? It's all trade business. They're just doing business. It's not open to the public yet. It's only open to the public on Saturday, when we are now going to get to see these views and them flying in the air, doing some acrobats and somersaults. I hope there is not going to be an accident like that guy. What was his name again? The child of the, I think it was an MEC of KwaZulu, Gabriel Ndabandaba. Remember Gabriel Ndabandaba? He took a fighter jet demonstrating at the Pietermaritzburg air show, and his fighter jet just would not lift off. It just kept coming down. Yeah, I hope we never get to see something like that. It's I cannot. I will not. Other than that, guys, please do take an interest in this. It's important as a citizen, because let me tell you something. Other parts of the world, especially the United States, whom, by the way, I hear was not here. I don't know if they were not invited or they didn't invite themselves. What's happening? South Africa and the United States. Anyways, great. See you next time. Goodbye.